Man, CameraTalk. It has been a while. Not gonna lie, it's not good. It don't make me feel good that it's taking me this long to post and make another video. But over this break period that I did take from making content, I learned some things. You know, one which was really just patience with oneself. You know, cause I was in a rut kind of with procrastinating, and you know, at those times whenever you're feeling as if you're not doing what you're supposed to, or you're not doing, or feeling as if you're not doing enough to where you know you can feel good, or you don't think you're putting enough effort, or you think you're just being lazy and and just sitting around. That was one thing I did learn in that time period, which was from really since my last video, which is like June 22nd. So yeah, so it's basically a month. Yeah, a month. During this whole time, yeah, that was one thing that I learned, was patience with myself, because I had to be patient with myself and know that things are gonna get better, and I'm gonna be able to overcome and get through this rut, obstacle, what my dad was talking to me about in an event. One thing I noticed when it comes to like just life and dealing with things, going through things, the way you look at something and the mindset you have going into that particular event is a really big thing. If you look at things in a more negative sense and more negative context, that is what you will attract. That's what you're gonna be mainly looking for, or well, yeah, what you're attracting and everything like that. Because that's what you're mainly focused on. You're not focused on the positives and the good what ifs. You're focused on the negative what ifs. What if this doesn't go? What if someone makes a negative comment? Stuff like that. Mindset when it comes to when you're not in the greatest spot or greatest point in your life, and you're trying to get up out of that. Mindset is a very big and key thing when it comes to getting through those events. I'm gonna use that more instead of obstacles, because obstacles sounds more like it's more of a burden for the person, but an event is lighter. Yeah, that was those two things. Patience with oneself, the mindset through the obstacle and through a difficult time. Oh yeah, that's a big one, especially because, and I feel like a lot of others can relate to this, is the feeling of uncertainty and not knowing where exactly it is that you want to be in life, coming from the fact that you're fresh out of high school, so you graduated already. I know certain people that follow me, they have already went to or already are heading to college. And I have some of my friends that's in the military. Some people already went. But for the people that haven't made a move yet, haven't pivoted and tried something, and just really been chilling at the crib, there's nothing wrong with that. And for a little bit, for a while, I felt as if I should be doing something. But then when you really just take a second to look back on how long we've been going to school, it's crazy. Like, we've been going to school nonstop for 13 years, bro. That's a lot. There's nothing wrong with taking a break after all those years of pushing yourself mentally, and physically to get through with all them assignments. Now to finally just have the time to relax and just sit and do nothing. It can feel awkward, or you shouldn't be sitting around, or you feel like you're procrastinating, when that's not the case. You've been going for so long. You've been working hard and putting in the effort for so long. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. And that's what I had to learn. I thought I was being lazy. I thought I was being lazy for taking a break. I thought, hey, I gotta start getting something figured out, getting something situated. So if you're a person that, you got out of high school, you graduated, and you haven't really started anything just yet, don't feel less than. Don't feel bad for yourself, Take this break, Take this time to plan things out, piece things together, Put the puzzle pieces in the missing spots, build a plan if you don't have one. Because my plan has honestly changed. And that is something that kind of added on to that feeling of uncertainty, because dreams or occupations kind of changed and shifted. And then once, you know, get out of high school and then you're in the real world, it's like a oh snap moment, because it's like, oh wow, things have completely shifted, things have changed, you know. I'm no longer technically considered a kid, you know, because I'm 18 now, so I'm really considered a young adult. So there's certain levels, so the responsibility is greater now. Dang, I kind of lost. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. The difference from going from high school, you know, waking up, you know, to a routine, to the real world where it's like, I gotta start worrying about bills. I gotta start worrying about taking care of this stuff. I gotta start worrying about different streams of income. I gotta start worrying about all that stuff. You know, it can be overwhelming. At one point in time, it was overwhelming for me. You know, not gonna lie. I was more so just getting in my head like, yo, yeah, I said I was gonna do this and that in the future, but I don't even really know how to get there. It was more so just an idea. As you grow up and mature and realize what it takes to get there, you be like, oh, it gets real. So that's another thing I took away from this break, was the fact that yes, there may be uncertainty. You may feel like you're procrastinating, that you're not doing nothing, that you should be doing something after this period of going and going and going and going for so long, you know. Take a break, ease. And if you're not taking a break, you know, and you're going to work, you're like, hey, get your bread, stack it, flip it. I was about to, yeah, let me stop. But yeah, man, nothing wrong with that. And if you are the person that is going towards college or the military or any other type of, like, you know, like thing that requires, you know, years of experience, props to you, man. I hope it all goes well and you succeed. You know, those are some things I can say I took away from this break that I had, because this was an idea that I really wanted to stay consistent with, and the fact that I kind of fell short on that, it did make me feel kind of bad. And I really had to look within myself and realize that, what am I being taught during this period that I see as procrastinating? What is God teaching me during this moment in time where I'm feeling flustered or I'm feeling uncertain of the next move, any of that? What is this teaching me? Once I started thinking about it from that aspect and looking at things in that aspect, I started finding the answers to the questions that I was asking myself. Sometimes you're the only one that's holding you back, and you're the only one that's in your own way. Everybody in this world can believe in you and wants you to be great, but if you don't feel that deep down within your soul and in yourself and believe that truly, it's gonna go but so far. You're not gonna be able to really put out stuff because you don't see that within yourself. And that was me. I've learned that document, just record, you know. Keep on recording stuff, you know, whatever it is that whatever thought or idea or piece of insight that you have, just, you know, record it and everything. And I've been working on that more and getting better at that, you know, because many of times, especially during this break period, where I was in my head a lot, to the point where it was like, it was kind of bad, yeah, because I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, wow, I promised this type of content to people, and I'm falling short, you know. And many projects that I started over my time on social media, I kind of fell off with. But this is something that I want. But I don't want that to be the same way with this. So that's another thing that had came into play, was the fact that, like, I was mainly beating myself up over the fact that, like, you know, you said you wanted this, right? You said you wanted this to be a reality, but you didn't really put in that effort to really make it a reality. Yeah. So then, when it comes to reflection, wait, hold on. I'm gonna check to see how the lighting is real quick. Hold on. It's cool. It's raining right now. We gonna still keep it filming. Hey, yeah. Okay. So, I don't remember what I was talking about before I stopped recording, but yeah. Overall, though, from this break, the things that I have learned was patience with oneself, during times whenever everything isn't hunky-dory and it may be hard and difficult and uncertain. Your mindset, you know, just mindset in general during difficult times, not feeling like you're less than or you're not doing enough or you're lazy or failure or procrastinating because you're not doing anything after working so hard for 13 years straight. Fourth, not being in your own head for too long and allowing yourself to dwell within the negatives, but more so focusing or reassuring yourself with the positives, you know, to keep yourself motivated and encouraged and everything like that. But yeah, that's another thing, yeah. The words you use to describe something that you're going through. Before I end it off, I just want to say there's going to be points and times in your life whenever things are going to get hard, you know. There's going to be points in life in your time whenever you're not going to know which direction and which way to go. There's going to be times whenever you're left to pivot, you know. But in those times, don't look at yourself in a negative way, you know. Try to have a positive mindset, to focus on the positives and to more so attract that versus the negatives, if you know that's what your mind is focused on. So nothing wrong with taking breaks. Also, I want to stay consistent with this. Whatever types of videos and content that you want to see me discuss or talk about or record, feel free to put it in the comments and everything like that. I want you to know that you're loved, you're cherished. There's many people that care for you in this world, that wants to see you here on this world for many years, and that love you, and that want nothing but the best for you, and that wants you to succeed, and wants you to be great. And I thank every single individual that has been supporting me since when this idea was just a discussion, a conversation, to now, as I'm continuing to get through and drop content. I appreciate that more than y'all could imagine. Y'all is what, you know, helps, keeps that oomph going. Cause once I see y'all feedback, it's like, okay, dope, good. They like the video and everything like that. Stay blessed, keep God in your spirit, and have a good day. Keep grinding. Episode 4, Camera Talk.